up, everybody? It's your girl Amanda the Duchess, and today I want to discuss a topic that really deals with choices and decisions that we make in life. Bend, but don't break. Now, this is something that's pretty much self-explanatory, but I wanted to break it down a little bit so that you can understand the steps required in bending but not breaking. Because how many times do we have decisions to make in life where, it could be the difference between a promotion, between progression and moving forward, or taking 10 steps back. You need to know how to bend but not to break. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to begin with knowing your desired outcome, objective, or intention. See, if you don't know what you want, how is somebody else going to know? If you're an artist and you're not even sure what are the terms of your agreement or your deal, how is somebody able to give you what you're worth or what you want? I mean, even in a career decision, you need to go with at least knowing what your desired salary is. So then you can really sift through the nonsense and the things of high quality and value. How many times do we go into, partnerships, alliances blindly without knowing what our desired intention, objective, or motive is? Now, see, these things can be detrimental in really moving forward in our goals and our dreams and the things that we're pursuing. See, if you begin with knowing what you want, you can cruise from there. You can flow freely. Now, the second thing you want to look at is you need to check your motives and intentions. How many times have we let a bad experience keep us from moving forward in another area of life? See, if you stereotype it as being uninformed, then you can limit the possibilities in your life. So what you want to do is make sure you're equipped with the proper information, that you go to various sources so you're not being biased about a particular situation. Check your motives and intentions and make sure that you're equipped. Now, after you have begun with knowing your desired outcome, intention, or objective, and checked your motives, equipped yourself with the proper information, what you want to do next is you want to assess the situation realistically and honestly and identify potential challenges up front, but also while looking for plausible solutions. In other words, you have to be honest with yourself about your situation. Going into something where you don't want to break, but you want to bend. You want to be able to yield and to be flexible so that you can get what you want and what you desire. You need to be sure that you assess the situation honestly. How many times do we lie to ourselves about something? We may hype it up because it's something we want to do. Well, you got to be careful with being overzealous. Even going into a business transaction, a position, a career move, anything that's going to affect your lifestyle significantly is going to require some thought, and it will require for you to bend but not to break. So when you go into it with the proper information, honestly up front, then you're equipped. You know what is necessary. What are you lacking? What things do you need to get in addition to what you already have? If you're an artist and you go into the situation knowing, okay, fine, there's a certain look that I'm going for. So I'm going to need somebody to help me out with my image. There's a certain amount of songs I'm going to need on my CD. So there's some people that I need to work with. I want to have different sounds on my album. Well, you're going into the situation, assessing it honestly, and then you're able to know what else you need to look for. Now, one thing that can come up in the process of bending but not breaking is compromise. And there are actually two types of compromise. Now, the first type of compromise is actually healthy. And I Googled these definitions. Compromise is an agreement, understanding, settlement, or a trade-off. So there's a little bit of give and take, but you can find some type of balance within the realms of that decision that you're making. The second type of compromise is the type of compromise that will cause you to break, that you want to avoid. And that type of compromise, as they defined it when I Googled it, was to weaken by accepting standards that are lower than desirable. You don't want to go with that type of compromise, because what we're talking about here is bending but not breaking. You don't want to break down your esteem. You don't want to create feelings of anxiety through careless mistakes or impulse and procrastination. And that type of compromise where you have to lower your standards and you really have to rear away from what your desired result is so far off that it causes you to bend from those standards that you have. Where you can lean toward the compromise that is healthy is prayer, meditation, and visualization. Now that you know what your desired outcome is, you can really just get to a quiet place where you can meditate on that thing, where you can see it in your mind manifesting. And then it will help you with your decision because you're at a place of peace and calm, and you don't have all that, outside interference coming in. Now, another thing you can do is negotiate, compromise, and activate. It's a 3-step process. In negotiating, as they defined it when I Googled it, was you find a way over or through an obstacle or difficult path. Negotiation is a healthy part of any plan, especially when you're dealing with other people who are involved in making that particular decision. After you have dealt with the negotiation portion of bending but not breaking, you can now go to the next step, which is to compromise. And we talked about the healthy compromise, which is an agreement, a trade-off, or understanding. Now, the next thing you want to do is to activate or to take some type of action. Because as we all know, nothing is going to happen until you take some type of action towards your desired result. And that's with anything in your business, in your career, or whatever. And remember, you can achieve your goals by bending but not breaking. Much success. Peace.